Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay Bechtold, and today I'm going to be speaking to you about motivating employee performance through rewards. And this is chapter 6 in our textbook. Before I get started, there's two things I want to mention. The first is I'm going to be splitting this video into 3 segments simply because YouTube kicks me out and this is the easiest way to do it. Secondly, I have attached a PowerPoint presentation below. If you want to open it up and follow along with me, that would be great. Alright, so getting into the presentation. The chapter starts off by giving a great example of Whole Foods. I'm sure many of you have heard of the Whole Foods franchise. It started off as a small company in 1980 by John Mackey, and it's now flourished into a very popular grocery store. It's over 350 today. It was also in Fortune magazine's list of best or 100 best places to work, and that's saying a lot. That's hard to get on that list. Even the co-CEO stated it would be number 1 to change the way the world eats, and number 2 to create a workplace based on love and respect. So just from these statistics and quotes alone, it seems like Whole Foods knows what they're doing when it comes to employee appreciation. But recently, John Mackey changed one of the benefits. He changed the healthcare plan and the deductible. He heightened it to $1,300. Now, this is something that the employees were not happy about. They didn't understand why he heightened it. They felt like he was trying to control them. Moral of the story, they were not happy, and this kind of ruined their performance at work. They weren't as motivated. They were upset with what had happened to their benefits package, when in turn $1,300 deductible isn't that high. Personally, I know that it's really easy to reach that deductible in the healthcare industry. Anyways, the board of Whole Foods, the people that worked with John Mackey, they stated that he attempted to capitalize on the brand reputation of Whole Foods to champion his personal political views, but has instead deeply offended the key segment of Whole Foods' customer base. So they essentially gave him the boot because they weren't happy with what he did. They thought he was lobbying for political views. This did not look good on Whole Foods. And since then, they've turned it around and are back on that track of having good employee satisfaction. Moves to the next slide, and we're going to get into goal setting and motivation. So what is a goal? The text says that a goal is a desirable objective. What I see it as is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You set a goal, you have this thing you want to attain so badly, and you see it ahead of you. You just have to do certain things to get to that goal and accomplish that goal. Goals are great, but sometimes they can be discouraging because you can fail. I know I personally have set a lot of goals, and I've attained many of them, but I've also failed a few times too, which can be very discouraging. Our self-efficacy is the extent to which we believe we can accomplish our goals, even if we have failed to do so in the past. So this is something really important. We need to move on and get over things that we failed at and continue to move forward. Moving on to the next slide, we're getting into the goal-setting theory. So this is founded by Edwin Locke. Locke's goal-setting theory of motivation assumes that the behavior is a result of conscious goals and interactions. So the theory is split into 2 parts. The first is goal difficulty. If goals are too difficult, it's going to be setting ourselves up for failure, essentially, and it's hard. It's almost unattainable. A challenging goal, it requires work, and that makes it really important and special to us in the end. The second is goal specificity. This is clarity and precision of a goal. Goals need to be specific and precise. For example, goals can be vague. Say I was a manager and I said, we need to increase sales and boost morale. That's pretty vague. But if you want to be specific, you can say, we need to increase sales by 3% in the next month. This is important in a manager position to let your employees know exactly what you want so they have that specific goal in mind.